Hi, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and hi, I'm Josh. I'm still battling the diseases of addiction and mental health. Today I'll be sharing my experience, strength, and hope, but first I want to apologize for not having any videos up for the past few days. I am actually moving to a new place, so this entire setup is going to be completely different, and it'll be a little bit more like, I don't know, it'll be a hybrid of a podcast slash vlog. I don't know, we're doing all sorts of different things, trying to, step up our game. Let's put it that way. Because right now this is currently all on my shoulders. But as we've been growing and raising money, I've been trying to find more people to delegate responsibilities to. So my apologies, I'm gonna try and figure out the scheduling thing for YouTube and just shoot a whole bunch of content before I move out of here. In the next couple of days to my new spot, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that was a very long-winded way of my apology for not getting up the daily readings, but more importantly, my experience, strength, and hope to all of you regarding the passages, because I think it's really important that I share my story, and then hopefully it helps at least one person, one viewer. Alright, so let's dig into just for today, for July 30th. Regular inventory. Continuing to take personal inventory means that we form a habit of looking at ourselves, our actions, attitudes, and relationships on a regular basis. Basic text, page 42. Taking a regular inventory is a key element in our pattern of living. In our addiction, we examined ourselves as little as possible. We weren't happy with how we were living our lives, but we didn't feel that we could change the way we lived. Self-examination, we felt, would have been a painful exercise of futility. Today, all that is changing. Where we were powerless over our addiction, we found a power greater than ourselves that has helped us stop using. Where we once felt lost in life's maze, we found guidance in the experience of our fellow recovering addicts and our ever-improving contact with our higher power. We need not feel trapped by our old destructive patterns. We can live differently if we choose. By establishing a regular pattern of taking our own inventory, we give ourselves the opportunity to change anything in our lives that doesn't work. If we started doing something that causes problems, we can start changing our behavior before it gets completely out of hand. And if we are doing something that prevents problems from occurring, we can take note of that too and encourage ourselves to keep doing what works. Just for today, I will commit to include a regular inventory in my new pattern of living. Yeah, taking a regular inventory was something that I was not very good at initially. I was more of one of those people who I took my inventory at night, right? And now I do spot inventories throughout the day. For me personally, that's what I do. So I do my gratitudes in the morning and I do my gratitudes at night. But, and I also do my inventory at night, just kind of okay, what went well, what went wrong. I don't really keep a ledger of plus minus. It's not like a win-loss column. It's more of you win or you learn, right? So I love myself. That used to be really hard to say. I love my life. Used to be really hard to say, and you could hear the pause. So getting ready to say that out loud, it's still tough sometimes. But I'll do a spot inventory, all the time. It'll be really subtle stuff where the hairs will stand up on my neck, and I'll be like, did I really need to say that? Did I really need to do that? Which direction am I headed? Am I headed in a negative direction? Because I always, one of my old sponsors used to say, you're either working on recovery or you're working on relapse. It's that simple. So I'm hoping that I'm always taking steps towards continued recovery, like I have been, but I also have to do like a spot inventory throughout the day to be like, okay, some of those actions I could have handled a little bit better. I could have said something differently. I could have done something differently. I could have responded differently. I could have been proactive in taking the initiative, and not have to say the Serenity Prayer like 30 times in a row. Or I didn't have to bring the mug that says like, sure, let me drop all my problems and fix yours, kind of thing. I also have this Rick and Morty mask. It's somewhere around here, but it's basically sure, let's do it the dumbest way possible. Sometimes when I'm feeling really sarcastic, I'll wear stuff like that, but that's kind of been my strength, is now that I don't just do an inventory at the end of like the day. I even know there are people that do inventories like at the end of the week for like the whole week, and to me that doesn't make sense, because I can't remember some of the food that I ate like 4 days ago. Like if you asked me like what I ate for meals 4 days ago, I couldn't tell you. I could tell you the stuff that I probably was doing, on Wednesday, but I couldn't tell you this is what I had specifically, throughout the day. But yeah, spot inventories definitely help me. They help me stay in between the guardrails. They help me continue to work towards recovery as opposed to relapse. So it's a good way of making sure that I'm adhering to the blueprint that are the 12 steps that are really just an instruction manual on how to live life. So I hope for you that you use the 12 steps as that blueprint and an instruction manual for life, and are able to do, a daily inventory at the very least, but a spot inventory, when needed, like a regular inventory. You don't need to do it every 15 minutes, every hour. It's just kind of for me, it's one of those things where I might find myself doing it a handful of times throughout the day, and then I'll do one in earnest where I sit down, for 15 to 30 minutes, and I'll be like, okay, let me go through my day. For example, right now I'm about ready to take a break, and I'm gonna call my sponsor, and it's 6 a.m. So that's just something that is just a routine I know I need to do, and then I'll call him later this evening and tell him kind of how the day went, and then figure out when the next time is that we can meet up face to face. That's just what I do. So that's the same thing that I hope for you. I hope for your program. I hope that it helps you move more towards, recovery than it does to relapse, and it keeps you in between the guardrails, and you're able to find the good things that you did, the small little good things, because I do love myself and I do love my life, and words have power, so it can be challenging at first. It was very challenging for me, but keep in mind that over time you will be able to understand and appreciate that, and part of that also is being able to take a regular inventory of your life and of your day, and how you've been navigating it, and what you've been doing to make sure that you've been moving more towards recovery and the positive aspects of life than towards the negative and the relapse aspects of life. So that's what my hope for you is. I hope you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and more importantly, and most importantly, engage in the comments section, whether you're new or have tons of time underneath your belt. It's really a great opportunity for people to exchange ideas, unburden themselves, talk about kind of what's been going on. So it's something that I've found valuable and important. Anyway, I hope everybody is doing well, and as always, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, And I'm Josh, still battling the diseases of addiction and mental health. So please stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober.